Hi everyone! Good evening po sa lahat and Happy New Year to all the nurses out there. And hopefully naging maganda yung start ng bagong taon para sa atin. So bagong taon, bagong service coming from the IPAS processing. Now we already have the PNLE review program, which will be the PNLE provider ni IPAS processing, and we're very excited that we have already launched this service so that we can be one of the service providers as well for the PNLE review. So we are very much excited to be able to launch this one, and we are going to start our PNLE review program by January 22, 2025. So tonight, PNLE class po natin will be conducted by our very own Sir Ryan Lim, who is one of the expert PNLE educators who has been providing guidance to aspiring RNs, so Philippine RNs, for the past 19 years already. And I'm very honored that we have Sir Ryan as one of our PNLE educators, because I know that with his guidance to the students who are aspiring to become the next PNLE or Philippine registered nurses, they will be well guided through our educators, and one of which is Sir Ryan. So I will endorse it now to Sir Ryan to get started on his topic about Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. So he will have 1 hour, and then after he will have the class. Then I'll be providing as well the information with regard to our review program for the PNLE. So PNLE review program, online review program, is one of the services now of IPAS processing, apart from the NCLEX review program that we also provide online, apart from the NCLEX applications that we have been assisting to our clients for the USA, Australia, and Canada. We also have our Ireland, UK, New Zealand, and also Middle East exam applications. So if you want to get started on your exciting nursing career journey, you can always have something that IPAS can be able to assist you. So over to you, Sir Ryan. And by the way, please feel free to invite your relatives, your friends, anybody whom you know na RN sila, and they might be able to take advantage and be able to benefit from the discussion ni Sir Ryan. Kung may mga kapamilya kayo na magti-take pa lang ng kanilang PNLE this May 2025 and November 25, this will be a very good chance for them para makastart na sila ng kanilang PNLE classes. So please tag your friends or any of your relatives, anybody whom you think na makaka-benefit sa klase coming from one of our expert PNLE educators. So Ryan, over to you.
Hi, Ma'am Rachel. Thank you. And of course, good morning and good evening and good afternoon from wherever part of the world you are. So, I am Ryan Alexander Lim, and I am one of the nurse educators from IPAS Online Academy. Okay. So, today, of course, tonight in the Philippines, we'll have one of the topic. So this is just a sample topic that we can have. Okay, for a while, guys. I think it is echoing. Okay, I hope that it's not echoing there. Okay, so allow me to uh, share to you our topic, guys, or our uh, s- screen. Okay, for a while. Okay, so I think it's here. Okay, so good day again, everyone. I am so happy and thrilled to be here on live right now. Okay, so anyway, for those who will be wanting to start or jumpstart their career, especially in the Philippines as a nurse, okay, so I hope to see you on the iPass Online Academy. Okay, so of course, guys, our topic for today is all about inflammatory bowel disease. So this is one group and this is divided into two. Okay, so we have Crohn's and ulcerative in the end. So before anything else, I would like to make it bigger, guys. Okay, so basically, okay, so when you say inflammatory bowel disease, ang style ko sa pagle-lecture is, it is ADPI, no? So we have your assessment, diagnosis, then planning, implementation, or intervention and evaluation. So basically, pagdating natin sa, for example, may pasyenteng darating sa hospital, so we always do the assessment. Okay? So, first things first. So, when you say inflammatory bowel disease, what could be? Anong mga ano natin dito? So, these are the risk factors. Okay, so number one is family history. Okay, so we have your family history. So, when you say family history, guys, okay, this could mean inherited, no? Namamana, hereditary. Okay, so I think we can put it here, hereditary. So it runs in the blood. Okay, so one of the risk factor is hereditary. So paano to tinatanong sa board exam? So as a nurse, if you suspect the patient having inflammatory bowel disease, so you have to ask, is your parents having these signs and symptoms also? Or is your parents or grandparents having this inflammatory bowel disease, either Crohn's or ulcerative colitis? Okay, family history is one. Okay, number two is autoimmune. Okay, when you say autoimmune, guys, okay, wala tayong magagawa dito, guys, because again, autoimmune, abnormal antibodies, okay, abnormal antibodies, okay, attack, okay, own cells, okay, abnormal antibody attacks own cells. So, kunyari, when you say autoimmune, yung mga antibodies natin, sila ang nagfa-fight, guys, or class, silang nagfa-fight sa mga antigen, which is either mga virus, bacteria, yung mga kalaban, para mapatay. But dito, yung antibody, like for example, IgG, IgA, IgM, ED, instead na yung kalaban ang inatake, ang kinatake ang sarili, no? Ang own cell. So, pag autoimmune, like for example, mga SLE, mga multiple sclerosis, yung mga ganong mga disorder, or this one, this one, we have your inflammatory bowel disease. So, ang inatake is yung sarili. So, wala tayong magagawa kapag ganyan. So, that is autoimmune. Okay. How about the third one? The third one is the race. Okay. So, I say race, guys. Okay. So, you should also ask the patient, okay, ano bang lahi natin? Di ba? Okay. So, yung lahi natin plus very common is mga Jewish. Okay. So, mga Jewish guys. Okay. So, that's why one time, I asked one of the students before, okay, nung nagle-lecture pa ako sa Philippines, I used to travel a lot. Tapos, tanong ko sa kanila, guys, anong risk factor of your inflammatory bowel disease? Tapos sabi niya siya, anong nag-start na letter, sir? Iko, letter J. Tapos when I say letter J, may sumagot as dyan, guys, Jamaican? Sabi ko, no, 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 no. I told them, no, 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 no. Asian country. May sumagot naman, Japanese? Sabi ko, no, 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 no. Nasa Middle East siya na country. Pero sa totoo, guys, hindi ko rin alam kung saan ba itong mga Jewish guys. So I think Israel. Sabi ko, no, parang Middle East siya. O sumagot naman yung isa, Jordanese? Okay? Sabi ko, no, 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 no. Malapit na, malapit na. Sabi, River of Jordan. Sabi ko, malapit. Biglang sumagot tas German. Okay, so guys, German kasi iba yun, ha? Okay, so of course, Europe and the spelling is different. Pero anyway, guys, tawanan silang lahat. So anyway, it's Jewish, no? Okay, so Jewish. So basically, when you say inflammatory bowel disease, guys, okay, so arrow down. So we have autoimmune. So abnormal antibody attacks own cell. Okay, so pag mga ganito, so it will result, okay, although these are not the direct cause, yung mga family history, race, But again, guys, when you talk about autoimmunity, it can result now to your positive for inflammation. Okay? So we have your positive for inflammation there. Okay, so that is a problem. So again, we have two types of inflammatory bowel disease. Okay, may dalawang klase tayong inflammatory bowel disease. So we have your Crohn's versus ulcerative. So to make it easier, class, lalo na sa mga estudyante, they want it into a simpler way of discussing this one. So again, the problem of the two, inflammation, pamamaga, no? Okay, so how do you differentiate the two, sir? So when you say Crohn's, the characteristic of Crohn's, guys, is segmental. Yung pamamaga is segmental. Okay. Or guys, regional. Okay, so we have your segmental or we have your regional. Okay, so that's why when you say Crohn's, the other term for Crohn's is regional enteritis. Okay, we have your regional enteritis. Okay. Now, on the other side, when you say ulcerative colitis, this is continuous. So, yung pamamaga niya is continuous. Okay. So, how do you differentiate the two, sir? Rai? Okay. So, example, guys, ha? So, para mas maintindihan natin. Okay. For example, if this is your small intestine, this is your cecum, then this is your appendix, this is the large intestine. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So this is here the sigmoid and the colon. So when you say Crohn's, yung pamamaga, guys, is segmental. Okay? So may pamamaga dito, there is an inflammation here, there's an inflammation here, okay? Here. So it is segmental. Okay? Regional. Unlike the ulcerative colitis, ang inflammation niya is continuous. Okay, continuous. So continuous, walang putol-putol, walang putol-putol, walang putol-putol, walang putol-putol. Okay, that is the inflammation of ulcerative colitis. Okay, on the other side, walang putol-putol, walang putol-putol. So that is the inflammation of ulcerative colitis. So that's the first difference. Di ba? So when I took up my master's before, uh, yan ang natutunan ko sa professor namin na to make it easier for the students, okay, compare and contrast, use a table. Di ba? Okay, next one. How about the depth, sir? Okay, let's go to the depth, guys. So we say Crohn's. Okay. So your depth of the Crohn's disease, guys, is entire thickness. Okay, so we have your entire thickness of the bowel. So pag sinabing bowel, class, we are talking about the intestine, no? Entire thickness of the bowel. Okay, of the bowel. On the other side, okay, ulcerative colitis, we have your mucosal and submucosal layer. Mucosal and submucosal, okay, layer. Okay. Then the site, of course, the site plus it can affect the intestine because this is inflammatory bowel disease. So it could be the small intestine and the large intestine. But if you will be asked, where is the most common site? For Crohn's, guys, it is the ileum, okay, and the cecum. Okay, so ang cecum, guys, is the one that is in between the small intestine and the large intestine. So that's the most common site. Okay, but of course, it can affect the colon, right? Okay, but these two are the two common sites. So I think I would like to highlight this one, no? Okay, and another one on the other side, when you say ulcerative colitis, okay, this is very common class in the sigmoid. Okay, so we have your sigmoid. And of course, we can also have the descending colon. Okay, so we have your descending colon. So sigmoid and we have your descending colon. Okay, so those are the common site. Okay, but again, it can affect anywhere. Okay, it can affect anywhere. Now, how about the fourth one? How the fourth one, guys or nurses? Okay, we have your stool. So when you say Crohn's, okay, ang stool ng Crohn's disease, guys, is non-bloody. Okay? Non-bloody diarrhea. Okay, so we have your non-bloody diarrhea. But can it lead to bloody, sir? It might. It might cause bloody, but it's a rare instance lang po. Okay? It's a rare instance po, mga nurses. Now, how about on the ulcerative colitis? Ulcerative colitis is we have your bloody. Okay, so we have your bloody diarrhea. Ulcerative colitis, bloody diarrhea. Okay. How about the number of stools? Okay. For the number of stools, guys, say Crohn's, guys, is we have your 3 to 5, okay, stools per day. Per day. Okay. Si ulcerative naman, it can range or it can go as high as 10 to 20. Okay, per day. Okay, that is the number of stool. So, by the way, guys, I would like you to highlight this one. No? Okay, bloody diarrhea, and then it is 10 to 20 stools. Okay? 10 to 20 stools per day. So, both has diarrhea. So, that is the classic sign. Okay? Ang diarrhea natin. So, to summarize it, okay, anong pagkakaiba ng dalawa natin? Okay, so we have your Crohn's, segmental. So, yung pamamaga class is segment-segment lang, region-region lang ang pamamaga. Si ulcerative naman is continuous, walang putol-putol, walang putol-putol. Okay. The depth. Si Crohn's naman is entire thickness of the bowel. Si ulcerative, guys, is mucosal and submucosal layer. Okay? For the site, okay, it might affect anywhere, but these are the common site. Ileum and cecum for the Crohn's, and ulcerative, it's sigmoid. Okay. And I think, class, one of the important classification or the difference between the two is this one is non-bloody, on the other side is bloody. Okay, so that's it. And then, okay, last time, this is a very common NLE na topic. So, last time, it was also asked, guys, okay, so I will have additional here, the course of the disease. So, ano lang to, continuation to sa table. When you have Crohn's, it is prolonged and variable. Okay? Prolonged and variable. So, si ulcerative is remission and exacerbation. Okay, so how is it asked? So tinatanong doon guys sa exam if which is true. Okay, which statement is true? So you need to compare the two guys para easier for you. Okay, so that's it. So again. So if you can look at it, so this is your inflammatory bowel disease. So this is your Crohn's or regional enteritis. Region. So ang inflammation parang region. Regional or segmental. Okay, so I hope you are doing good there. Okay, so for those who are watching live, please comment on the comment section from where you are watching from. Okay, okay, so shout out sa mga lahat dyan. Okay, shout out. Okay, now let's continue, guys. Huh? Okay, so the next one we have signs and symptoms. Okay, so we'll go now to the signs and symptoms. So, number one, of course, alam natin, guys, diarrhea. Okay, diarrhea. So, sometimes in the board exam, they will not put diarrhea class. We can have this one as your loose, watery. Okay? Loose, watery stool. Okay. And nurses, of course, guys, again, if bloody, okay, so we know, guys, that that is ulcerative colitis. Okay? If non-bloody, it is your Crohn's disease. So if there is diarrhea, okay, what will happen? Your patient is high risk for dehydration. Di ba? Sabi nga nila, class, walang namatay sa diarrhea. Pero anong nakakamatay? Ang dehydration. That's why, how is it asked in the NLE board exam? What is the nursing diagnosis, guys, or sir, if the patient has diarrhea? Now, if nursing diagnosis ang tanong, class, then we can answer, guys, fluid. Okay? Fluid volume deficit. Okay? Fluid volume deficit. So I would like you to highlight this one. So this is a very common exam question. So tinatanong kasi yan sa NLA, what is the priority? Nursing diagnosis if you have this kind of if you have this disorder. Okay? You can also have fluid and electrolyte imbalance. Right? Okay. So F and E, okay, imbalance. Okay. So those are the connection or those could be the connected question regarding the sign and symptom. Okay. Number two, anemia. Okay. So possible anemia class. Okay. This could be related to, so RT means related to the blood loss. Okay. Related to the blood loss. So for example, especially if there is a bloody diarrhea, so you're losing blood. So in the long run, it can lead to anemia. and then abdominal pain. So the pain class, it depends on the site of the inflammation. So basically, if there is inflammation, may pain talaga yan, di ba? Okay, so we have your abdominal pain. So depends on the site. Okay? And then the next one is anorexia. Okay, so anorexia, or we have your loss of appetite. Okay? Loss of appetite. That's why sometimes, guys, if ever wala sa choices ang fluid volume deficit, which is your priority, you can also answer here, class, as your nursing diagnosis, altered nutrition. Okay. Altered nutrition. Less than body requirement. Okay. Less than body requirement. Okay, all right. So again, ang prioritization natin, of course, we have your fluid volume deficit. Okay? And if walang fluid volume deficit class daw, we can have your altered nutrition less than body requirement. So those are the possible. So guys, what I would like you to highlight here, the classic is your diarrhea. No? Okay. So high risk for dehydration. So that is your nursing diagnosis. So ADPAI. Di ba? ADPAI na tayo. So basically after this, we will have your diagnostic test. Okay. So sir, what are your diagnostic tests mga kapatid? Di ba? Okay. So when say diagnostic test, okay, number one, we check on the blood or the serum. So basically, guys, we have your increase, no, we have your ESR. So if there is infection, increase WBC. Increase WBC. So especially if there is a positive infection. And of course, we can have your increased ESR. Okay, so for the ESR, guys, if there is a positive for inflammation. Okay, there is a positive for inflammation. So I think one of the highlighted here, class, is the ESR. Okay, you might be wondering, sir, ano ba tong ESR, sir? ESR stands for erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Okay, erythrocyte sedimentation rate. So the normal value of ESR, okay, which will be tackled in the fundamentals of nursing is for male. So I'll put the normal value here. Okay, for the WBC, okay, it's 5,000 to 10,000. Okay, cells per mm3. That's the normal value of the WBC. How about the ESR? Ang ESR, guys, is kapag male, it is 0 to 15, okay, mm per hour. Okay, then for the female, it is 0 to 20. Okay, mm per hour. So basically, if mataas si ESR, that means may inflammation. So ang tanong ko sa inyo, do we have inflammation in your inflammatory bowel disease? Of course, yes, di ba? Inflammatory na nga, di ba? Okay, so that's why mataas siya. No? Okay. How about number two? Hemoglobin and RBC. So these two guys, the result will be decreased. Okay? Because of the anemia, because of, for example, if there is blood loss. Okay? So this will be decreased, guys. Now, for the hemoglobin, okay, let's have the normal value here. Okay? Hemoglobin, normal value is 12 to 16 G per DL. Okay? Then for the RBC, it depends. No? So for the RBC, guys, it depends if male or female. Same with hemoglobin. But I think the the average value is 12 to 16. So for male, it could be 13 to 18. So it depends. And it depends on from book to book also. So normal value of the RBC is, I will have it general, 4.6 to 6 million. Okay. So here, guys, they might be decreased. Okay. Because of the blood loss. No? Because the patient is losing blood. And the last thing, we have sodium and potassium. Okay, so of course, if there is diarrhea, alam natin mangyari class kapag may diarrhea, guys, di ba? Okay, you are losing this electrolyte. So, what will be the result? Okay, so R means result, so they are decreased. Okay, they are decreased. Okay, so basically, as a nurse, alam natin ang mga normal value nito. For the sodium, is 135 to 145. Potassium is 3.5 to 5. Okay, so we will focus po sa, for example, kapag may disorder kang ganito, itong mangyari. Okay? Now, how about the next one, class? Okay, here. FOBT. Okay, what is FOBT? So FOBT stands for the fecal occult blood test. Okay, the fecal occult blood test. Okay, occult means hidden blood. So what is the specimen for this one? Ang specimen nito guys, okay, is of course the stool. Okay, so what will be the result here? So ang result natin dito is positive blood. Okay, positive blood in the stool. So in short, what is this one, guys? So we have your positive for hematochezia. Positive for hematochezia. So that is the medical term of blood in the stool. So positive hematochezia. Okay, so I think that's it, no? Okay, apart from this, okay, if you will be asked, what is the confirmatory test of this two, sir? Okay, so number three, guys, if you are going to confirm, so ang doktor man yan, guys, mag-assess pa yan kay patient. There is still assessment. Then after that one, the doctor will say, okay, do this laboratory. So how do we confirm, sir? Okay. For the confirm before aside from that also guys, I would like to add also we have your it could also be positive for fat in the stool, no? Okay, so my term din tayo dyan, we have your steatorrhea. Okay, so we have a term there, we have your steatorrhea. So fat in the stool. So it could also happen na may ganyan. But basically guys, since we are talking about blood, so hematochezia, so it stands for your ulcerative colitis. Okay, if there is hematochezia or blood in the stool. Okay. Now, how about next? So, kumbaga, class, itong diagnostic test is to confirm so kung anong pathophysiology natin, ito din ang mangyari. Itong makikita natin. Okay. How about number three? Okay, let's go to number three. Ang number three, guys, is endoscopy. So, this is one of the confirmatory tests. So, visualization. So, it is more on visualization, guys. Okay, so we have your visualization. So basically, your result there is positive for inflammation. Okay, positive for inflammation. And then second one or letter B is colonoscopy or sigmoidoscopy. So when I say colonoscopy or sigmoidoscopy, this is also the confirmatory test. So this is still visualization. Okay, this is still the visualization, guys. Okay, so what will happen here? So result positive for inflammation. So they visualize, okay? So colonoscopy doon sa colon ipadaan or sa sigmoidoscopy, sigmoid ipadaan. So i-visualize yan ni doktor, okay? Then through that, doon makikita class ang pamamaga. Okay? So positive inflammation, which is considered as the problem of the disorder natin ngayon. Ha? So I would like you to highlight this one. Ito talaga guys, ang one of the confirmatory tests. Okay? How about next? Barium swallow. Okay? So this is another procedure that is done. So pinapaano ng barium sulfate guys, and result of course, classic string sign. Okay, at the end of the ileum, there is a classic string sign. Okay, so when say string sign, guys, kumbaga class, because of the inflammation sa mga gilid, okay, so that's why there is a string sign na mangyari. And another one is the barium enema. For the barium enema, guys, we have your cobblestone appearance. So, ang barium swallow is dito sa bunganga, no? Ano yung barium? Ang barium enema, there is a catheter there, and then they will show the cobblestone appearance. So, I would like to highlight this one also. Okay, so cobblestone appearance. So, those are the diagnostic tests. Okay? So, for example, if what I am highlighting here, okay, these are common board questions. Yeah. So, para pag mag-review na kayo in the future, okay, at least alam natin, no? Alam natin anong mga dapat i-highlight. Alam natin na mga must know in the NLE. Okay? Now, how about next one? Okay, last part. Okay, by the way, this is your barium enema, guys. So there is here, then bubugayan ng ano guys, something. Then makikita dyan if may mga pamamaga. Okay. Now, how about next? Okay, let's move on to your nursing management. So ito na po yung pinaka-gist. Ito na yung pinaka-importante sa isang disorder, your nursing management. So for the ADPI, okay, first goal. Ang first goal natin is relieve the pain. Mm. Relieve the pain. So that is our plan, di ba? Kung sa ADPI assessment, there is planning. So lahat na ito intervention, guys. So first and foremost, NPO. NPO. So NPO, guys, the reason for this one class, this is to rest the bowel. Okay? To rest the bowel. So NPO si patient. Then lying with the legs flexed. Okay, so guys, this is the position. Okay, so this is also known as your knee chest. Okay? Because usually naman, kapag ang patient may sakit sa abdomen, di ba, gaganon talaga yun. Aray! Walang sumasakit ang abdomen na nakaganyan. Okay? So, this is the best position. Anything that is, like for example, involving the abdominal pain, so we will have your knee chest. Okay? And then report. Okay. Anong i-report natin dito, sir? So we have to report rigid board-like abdomen. Okay? We have to report the rigid board-like uh, abdomen. Okay. Why, guys? If there is a rigid board-like abdomen, this is a sign of peritonitis. Okay? So this is a sign of peritonitis. Okay. And next one, what else? The drug. Ano mga gamot, sir? Okay, of course, antibiotic. Okay, if there is an infection, so we have your sulfasalazine as your antibiotic. Okay, what else? We have your steroids. Okay, so alam natin ang steroids, guys, they end in son. And the action of the steroids is to decrease inflammation. Okay, that is to decrease your inflammation. And then, okay, we have to highlight that one. And antispasmodics na mga drug. No? Okay, antispasmodics. So, one of the example here is propantylin. Okay, propantylin. So, by the way, I would like to highlight this one class. Lying with the legs flexed or knee chest position. Report rigid board-like abdomen. So, if you assess class na parang tumitigas ang tiyan, pero ano guys, hindi naman siya macho, that could be a sign of peritonitis. So, you have to report anything that is abnormal and a complication. Okay? And for the drugs, steroids. Okay? For the drugs, guys, is we have your steroids, nurses. Okay. Now, how about next? Let's proceed. Okay. So, kumbaga, guys, para easier lang po talaga sa atin, guys, this is our goal. These are all your nursing intervention. Okay. Now, second part, we have number 2. Our second goal is to decrease diarrhea. Okay. Our second goal is to decrease diarrhea. So, how? Okay. Number 1 is the diet. Okay, diet. Now, so basically, ang diet natin, guys, is we have to decrease fiber. Decrease fiber because may diarrhea ang patient. So, we have to decrease the fiber or i-decrease natin, okay, for a while. Okay. Yes. This is PNLE. Okay. So decrease the fiber. Okay. I just look at the comment section, guys. And of course, guys, we have your avoid milk and soda. So basically, before we'll go to diet that is decreased fiber, guys. Okay. Always remember this one. Okay. We have to avoid mga soluble like for example guys mga oats, okay, green leafy, we have to decrease that one, and avoid milk and soda, okay, because these are considered irritant, okay, these are considered mga irritant, guys. So bawal na talaga dito ang milk tea, okay, yeah, mga ganyan, bawal ang what else pa, bawal ang, okay, for a while guys, ha. Okay, I need to put my ano muna. Okay, these are considered irritants, so bawal ang mga milk tea, fruit salad. Okay, what else pa? Basta mga gatas because these are irritant, and mga cola or mga soda. Okay, and next one, bed rest. Okay, very important ang bed rest guys for decrease of the peristalsis. Okay, so again, for the diet guys, bawal ang okay, mga foods that can increase the diarrhea. Mm. And then next one, avoid seeded foods as much as possible. Okay, so those are the important things to remember, class. So highlight this one, okay, and highlight this one also, guys. And bed rest, na importante ang bed rest. Okay, and avoid seeded foods. So basically, pag sinabing seeded foods, mga fruits, no? Okay, like for example, yung may mga seed guava. We have your ano pa, watermelon. Wag naman yung santol. Okay. So another thing, okay, we have for dehydration, of course, we have to increase the fluids, guys. Okay? We have to increase the fluids or rehydrate the patient. Okay? And the next one, anti-diarrheal drug. Okay, so speaking about anti-diarrheal drug, guys, okay, what are the example of this one? Mga anti-diarrheal drugs natin. Okay, so we have diphenoxylate. Okay, diphenoxylate. So we have your Lomotil. Okay. What else? We can also have mga Imodium. Di ba? Okay. So we have your diatabs. Okay. So those are pang Pilipinas, no? Okay. So by the way, guys, nagtatagalog po ako, guys, because this is PNLE, ha? Okay. So Taglish. But of course, kapag we have our NCLEX review, since we have international students, so I usually do the lecture in English kapag NCLEX. Pag NLE, since this is local board, Taglish usually yan class. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Ma'am Shell. Di ko pa nakita yung mga comment section. So by the way, guys, okay, again, for those who are watching the live right now, kindly comment in the comment section. Di ba? Okay. Shout out, although I cannot see the comment section, guys. Okay. Shout out to all who are watching out there. No? Okay. And for the last part, health teachings. Okay. So we all know that stress is a triggering factor of your inflammatory bowel disease. Okay. So we have number one, decrease stress. So kayo nang bahala, guys, how to manage stress. Like for example, yoga, meditation. Okay. What else? We can have your guided imagery. Having pet. Okay. Okay. Or staycation. Mag-vacation po kayo. So reduce the stress. And monitor complication. We have your megacolon. Is one of the complication class, especially the toxic megacolon. Perforation. So nag-perforate and possible hemorrhage, no? So mag-perforation, guys. So it can lead to peritonitis in the end. And then small bowel obstruction in Crohn's. So it happened in the actual exam. Okay. Which of the following are the complications? So CX means complication, by the way. Okay. This is a complication. So it happened in the real exam. Which of the following is not a complication of ulcerative colitis? So this here, class, are complication of ulcerative colitis. So except. So the answer is small bowel obstruction. Okay. And then, of course, surgery is colostomy and ileostomy. So these two will be discussed also, guys, differently. No? So colostomy and ileostomy. Okay. So I think that's it for now. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Okay. Thank you so much for this one. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Okay. So I think, Ma'am Rachel, back to you, Ma'am Rachel.
Tapos na pala si Sir Ryan. Ayan.
Yes, ma'am. So I'll just stop my
Sir,
sharing.
sure, Sir Ryan. Earlier, Sir Ryan, I think meron kang mga previous students dito, sir. Si Sir, ang pangalan niya po ay parang, pangalan niya si Closeno. Closeno? Parang Closeno yun, sir. And nasa comment section po, Sir Ryan, ng iPads Processing. Ayan, sabi niya, Zamboanga po daw. Zamboanga. Oh, most
Okay.
probably you are also, maybe a lot, because a lot of our NCLEX students were also previously PNLE students of Sir Ryan. So we are proud, so proud of everybody who already made it on their PNLE and are already moving forward on their next career goals na maging NCLEX passer as well. So, sa mga nagpe-prepare pa lang po ng PNLE nila ngayong May 2025 and November 2025, this is your golden chance to become an RN in the Philippines. So kami po sa IPAS ay nagpo-provide na ng PNLE review program. This is one of the services that we have already added as part of the services that we are providing. So this 2025 po yung first launch namin along with our 4 expert PNLE educators, and we are very excited na makatulong po sa inyo para makapagbigay ng PNLE review program sa mga aspiring Philippine registered nurse. So kung hindi nyo po alam, si IPAS po, kami po ay nagpo-provide ng processing assistance and as well as the next generation NCLEX online review program. Ang mga countries po na ina-assist namin, USA, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Ireland, UK, Middle East. And then sa review services, we provide the next generation NCLEX review program. Shout out sa lahat ng student, 1,458 next generation NCLEX review passers coming from the IPAS Online Review and Mentoring Academy. Nakita ko sa feed ko, there were 1,218 by 2023 and this 2024, 1,458. So, sa mga nakapasa na po ng NCLEX, we are so proud of everybody. So, kung kayo po ay may mga relatives na gustong maging susunod na RN dito sa Pilipinas, definitely, di ba? Ang exam nila is May and November 2025. So, i-prepare po natin sila through the high quality of education which will be provided by IPAS PNLE Review Academy para maging prepared po sila sa kanilang examination, sa board examination. So, yan po, na-mention ko po na meron tayong mga services dito sa IPAS, both the review and the processing. And we have offices, 5 offices, 4 here in the Philippines and 1 in the USA. Ayan po. So, this January 22, magsa-start po yung PNLE Review online class ni IPAS PNLE Review Academy. So, ang pino-provide po namin, completely online po yung program natin for the PNLE dahil si Sir Ryan ay nasa USA na po siya. At yung tatlong educators po natin, they're also expert educators. Matagal na po na nagpo-provide sila ng PNLE guidance and they have been doing this PNLE classes with the students for so long already, and they are here in the Philippines. So, kapag po kayo ay interested for the classes, these are the things that we can provide. If hindi po kayo makaka-attend sa klase, definitely you have your platform, your online platform wherein makapag-access po kayo 24/7. Expert educators yung i-provide po namin para sa mga nurses natin, para masigurado natin na high quality of education. Yun naman ang promise ni IPAS po sa mga students natin, because definitely yan yung mission natin na matulungan yung mga aspiring RN. So just the same as the quality of education that we provide for the NCLEX, also with the PNLE, that's the same level of excellence that we want to provide to our nurses. So affordable po yung payment terms natin. May 3 months po na payment ang itong PNLE program natin. Recorded din po yung mga klase natin at included na po sa payment yung final coaching natin. So, sa simula po is January 22. So, since ang PNLE po natin will happen by May, so until February po, buong February, meron po tayong klase, meron po kayong klase. So ang klase po starting from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. po yan. And then kapag si Sir Ryan po, yung klase niya po is 8 a.m. until 12 midnight kasi nasa US po siya. Ayan. So we will be providing you the comprehensive na PNLE review program. So kung interested kayo or may mga relatives po kayo, let us know. Let us know so that they can get started on their PNLE preparation. So included po dito yung final coaching natin, yung pre-board examination natin, lahat na po ng intensive at comprehensive na review program included po kung ano po yung dapat nating i-provide sa mga RNs para fully prepared po sila the moment that they're going to have their board examination either by May or November. Ang kagandahan po sa ipoprovide ni iPass is isang bayad lang yung kailangan and then you will already be able to have the validity from January until November. So hindi mo kailangan na magbayad ng dalawang beses. So kapag complete na yung nabayaran mo, which is parang super discounted ito na price kasi magbabayad ka kung for example, May yung target mo or November yung target mo, pwede ka nang magbayad as early as January at pwede kang maka-attend ng May and also November na review classes. So, that's how we're going to provide the review program. So, hindi malaki yung bayad natin because you only need to pay once pero yung validity po niya will be from May until November. Ayan. So, ito po yung package natin, yung regular price po natin. Pero may promo po tayo na 11,500 only. Valid lang po ito for 20 slots, okay? Until January 17, 2025 po ang pagbabayad neto. So, instead of paying 12,500, yung promo po natin, 1 week na promo starting from tomorrow until January 17. So, hindi din po isang buong bayad yung babayaran natin. Pwede po tayong magbabayad ng reservation fee and then enrollment and then prior mag second month and then prior mag last month po tayo. So, 20 slots lang po ang tatanggapin namin for this promo. So, if may relatives po kayo, let them know, tag them, and let them know na they can have this affordable fee na PNLE review program ni iPass. Hindi po ito, disclaimer po, hindi po face-to-face yung classes natin. This is online class po. So, ayan, if also may mga gusto nyong mag-refer to anybody whom you want to refer, may kakilala ka, may relatives ka, and then mag-enroll sila. Ito po yung referral program natin. Kapag po mag-enroll sila in pair, meron pong 1,000 pesos na discount for each individual. Kapag tatlo po sila, 1,500. Kapag naman po 3 persons or 3 students yung mag-enroll, and up, there will be 2,000 na referral na discount po. And then kapag 10 po sila na mag-e-enroll, yung isang student po will already have the free na enrollment. So napakaganda yung offer ni iPass para may malaking discount si students. So kapag may mga classmates po kayo sa mga nanonood or may mga relatives kayo na for example, dalawa sila na magtitake, ayan, let them know para sabay sila mag-enroll and they can be able to benefit the discounts na binibigay ni iPass. Yung bago po naming page, if ever na interested po ang mga relatives ninyo or kayo po, interested po kayo dahil magtitake po kayo and planning to become the next Philippine RN by 2025, either November or May 2025, pwede po tayong mag-message sa iPass PNLE Online Review Academy or pwede po tayong tumawag dito sa number na to na nasa screen natin or email po namin sa pnle@ipassprocessing.com. Ang processing po, PROCESSING. Ayan. Ayan po ang full program ni iPass sa PNLE. If interested po kayo, just let us know. Please communicate with us para makapagbigay po kami ng details sa inyo. So don't forget na yung promo po natin will start by tomorrow, itong 11,500. Pero hindi po isang buong 11,500 yung babayaran natin. In installment terms po pa rin ito. So 20 slots lang po yung tatanggapin namin. So ang promo po natin is until January 17, so 2025. So take the chance, grab this opportunity para makapag-start na po kayo ng enrollment po ninyo at makapag-start na ng review program by January 22, 2025. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa attendance po ng lahat na nag-join sa atin ng live discussion dito sa PNLE. Just to let you know that we will also be having our NCLEX free class by January 18 to 20. So stay updated po dito sa Facebook page ni iPass Processing para maka-join po tayo sa next generation NCLEX na free class na gagawin po natin dito rin. So maraming salamat. Shout out to AUS Path Agency. Maraming salamat sa pag-assist ng mga nurses as well who are interested to go to Australia. And sa lahat po na nandito, sabi ni Shirley Answer Ryan, nice seeing you again. Ayan, may naka-Japanese po na from Davao po daw siya. Ayan, meron din kanina Sir Ryan, taga UAE po daw siya. Sabi ni Ma'am Maria Gracia, hi Sir Rai, proud product of iPass. Ayan. Si Sumi, hi Sir Rai, maraming nag-greet sa'yo Sir Rai, namimiss ka. Thank you as
Thank
well
you
for
so much.
sharing. Ayan, kasi namimiss nila yung alert, 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 ting, ting, ting. So thank you po. Maraming salamat sa oras po ninyo. And we look forward to serving you on your PNLE program dito by iPass sa processing or for your NCLEX or maybe for your application. Ayan. Marami pong pwedeng service na pwede nyong gamitin through the assistance of iPass processing. So just let us know if ever na interested po kayo sa mga service natin. And then it's already 2025. I'd like to remind everybody na kung ano yung goal natin, dapat clear tayo sa goal natin for this 2025. If hindi pa natin nakuha yung goal natin in 2024, we have to be able to pursue that so that we can achieve that in 2025. Sa mga naka-achieve na ng goal nila in 2024, shout out to everybody. We congratulate you for your success and we are so proud of everyone. Kung saan po kayo pupunta, may it be USA, Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, Middle East, we wish you all the best on your international career goals. Stay strong. Kung ano man yung goal natin, may mga challenges man tayo pagdadaanan. But I know that when you have your strong faith in the Lord and you believe in your dreams, you will definitely make it. Sir Ryan, over to you, sir. Any last words?
Okay, Ma'am Rachel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Of course, yeah, we have some students here nakakamiss daw ang review. Go, Sir Ryan. Anyway, guys, okay, so for those who are planning to wait lang, it's nag-echo pa siya, ma'am. Sa ano, ma'am, kasi naka-live din sa cellphone ko. So for those who are planning to take the NLE by May. Okay, I think I need to, ano this one? Okay, May 2025. This is a sign. If this go live na minimum Rachel happen to pass in your news feed, this could be a sign no? Na you have to take action and to do your part in preparing for your future. So we are not only offering the NLE guys, we are also offering the NCLEX review. So this January 2022, I hope to see you there, and I hope that we will be the one, or shall we say, your guide also in passing the NLE. So hope that you will give us the chance, and God bless you all. So thank you so much, Ma'am Rachel.
Bye, everyone. See you by either January 18 to 20 for the NCLEX free class as well. That will happen Facebook Live. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sir Ryan.
Thank you, Ma'am Michelle. Thank you